Okay, so welcome everybody to this week's Akashic Record journey. This is your meditation, your healing meditation that supports you with releasing something that's not supporting you in your current reality, whether that be connected with life or your business or your relationships or your connection to money, your health, whatever it might be. So I go live every month with a new recording, but I have a load of recordings already on my Akashic Record meditation playlist on my YouTube channel. So go and check that out. But this is also to support your own practice with using the Akashic Record so that you get familiar, that you become more adept, that you become more comfortable with using the Akashic Records to support you with your life, your business, all of the things. And so when we are using the Akashic Records, it really does support you with getting to the roots of the issue, the root of the problem, or one of the roots, so that you can see perhaps a different perspective, you can see what's really going on, you can go there in a neutral space without being triggered and release the energetic hold that whatever those blocks, those choices, those decisions that you've made at that time, whether that be in a past life or present life, it supports you with releasing the energetic hold of the pattern, of the block that has been created, so that you can move forward, that you can let that go, you become more neutral, you can kind of heal the trigger, whatever it might be. So today we're going to be looking at dissolving outdated soul contracts. So soul contracts are connections, are agreements that we create, and some say that we create these with certain people, certain souls, before we actually come into our experience. And so these soul contracts support us with soul growth, with evolution. We are always expanding and we're always learning. Even if we don't want to, we're always kind of like moving forward in some shape or form, although sometimes it might feel that we're very much not and we're in Groundhog Day and we're stuck. But on some level, we are constantly evolving and growing. Now, it's whether we actually see the growth or the lesson that then propels us forward. And sometimes these soul contracts that we've created with people can become outdated, and for whatever reason, the energetic of that behavior or that choice that we're making, or the feeling that we have that then guides us to continue this cycle, it kind of keeps going. And so we can release any outdated, if it's for our highest good and the highest good of all concerned, and it's outdated, then all we need to do is actually go into the Akashic Records to relinquish those contracts. And it might be that we go into the Akashic Records today and you've only got one, or it might be that you've got quite a few, and in particular with past lives, because you're not going to really know unless you've got a real sense of all of your past lives, which some people, are really good at kind of having that deja vu, or really being able to visualize some of their past lives. That's not me. I'm not a visual person in that sense. However, I know that we are going to have made certain soul contracts with souls that we're either incarnated with in this lifetime, or we've made choices with other souls in past lives, and the energy of that contract is still going. We're still seeing it kind of today. It's just continuing. So today the purpose is to dissolve any of those outdated contracts so that you can move forward, or you can kind of see the growth, the learning, the understanding, the gold with that connection. If you feel there's a soul contract with somebody in particular that is maybe challenging or hard, it might be that you want to dissolve some aspects of that so that you can step out of that connection, or you can see it in a new light so that it can be moved forward, or something can be shifted within it. So we're going to go into the Akashic Records. We're going to see what soul contracts we are given that we're able to actually dissolve. And then I'm going to give you some time and space actually in the Akashic Records just to kind of get an understanding of what you feel that soul contract connects with, if it's a particular person in this lifetime or another lifetime, and what it's keeping you stuck in. or what the growth and the learning is. So that could be more about patience, it could be about compassion, it could be about forgiveness, it could be honoring your own boundaries, or really kind of being able to step into your own self-confidence, making decisions for yourself. There's going to be some kind of learning that's there, and I want you to also, if you can, understand what that is as well. So I'm going to give you some time and space in the Akashic Records, some pauses that will be placed in there for you to then see what you are being presented with. And I just want to put this in here, that your Akashic Record connection can come through any type of intuitive language and skill that you have. So for some it's going to be auditory, for some it'll be visual, or you may use your imagination, and that's perfect. For some of you it'll be a sense of knowing that you're in your Akashic Records, and you just know that this is what this is connected with. You don't know how you know, but you just know. For some of you it'll be clairsentient, so you'll be able to sense your way, feel your way in the Akashic Records. You then may also get some memories come back to you, or a feeling that straight away connects or takes you to a certain situation or circumstance or a person, or it's you know, you might get a sense of smell around something that then triggers a memory. So however you're giving your information in the Akashic Records, it's going to be personal to you. And I just want to make that clear, just so that you've got no preempted idea that I can't connect with my Akashic Records because I'm not being given the information in this way. That is a load of rubbish. You are going to experience your Akashic Records in whatever way is personal to you, and where you're at with your intuitive gifts and bringing those online. And let me tell you that the more you do this work and you use the Akashic Records, the more your intuitive gifts become stronger, the more trust you have in yourself. And this is a very empowering practice, because I'm leading you into your Akashic Records, but you're facilitating your own healing, just with me holding the space and bringing in the right team to help you. But you're part of this process, which is why I love doing the Akashic Record work in this way. So without further ado, what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to place your hands facing upwards. And if there's any kind of connections that you feel that you want to maybe bring into this practice, maybe a particular person that you want to understand, do I have an outdated soul contract with this person, and is it ready to be dissolved? So it could be like an ex, for instance, or a family member that maybe it's challenging, it's hard, maybe you're not talking to each other, and that might be that there's an outdated soul contract there, that then once that dissolves, things can shift in that relationship. And I'm not saying that it might then become a full bed of roses or anything like that, but energetically you've cleared what you can clear with dissolving any outdated soul contracts. So place your hands upwards, and this puts you in a very receptive state. It tells your body straight away and the mind, okay, I'm going to receive, I'm able to receive, and just open yourself up. And then I want you to start to shuffle your feet on the ground. And what we're doing here, and you may want to kick off your shoes or your slippers, whatever you've got on your feet. And what we're doing is, by moving the feet on the ground, what you're doing is you're waking up all of the nerve endings in the bottoms of your feet. And what it's doing is it's bringing you out of your mind so you can feel your feet. So straight away, we're wanting to connect. We're wanting to earth. We're wanting to ground. And that's what moving those, moving your feet supports you. We're telling your body that's what we're doing. Place your hands on the tops of your thighs. And then when you're ready, I want you to gently close your eyes. And then I want you to take a big deep breath in. And as you take your big deep breath in, we're going to call back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And imagine that breath bringing in golden light deep into the chest. And then on the out breath, we're going to relax the shoulders, release any tension, anything you're holding in the neck, in the jaw, in the forehead. Allow your face to soften. And then again, take a big deep breath in. Calling back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. Breathing in that golden light deep into the chest. And on the out breath, again, I want you to just check in with the shoulders, allowing them to relax. And noticing the backs of the hands starting to feel a bit heavier on the tops of the thighs. As you start to allow your body to soften. Allowing the body to feel heavier as you're sinking into the chair. Bringing your awareness into the body. And then again, take another big deep breath in. Calling back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on the out breath, just releasing anything that's not serving or supporting you. Anything stuck in the auric field, any other people's energies, thoughts, opinions, fears, projections, opinions, judgments, anything lower astral, energies, entities, grey field, spirit. Anything that doesn't serve or support you is now being released out of the auric field and back to the earth. Mother Earth will recycle any energy that is being released to be used for good elsewhere. And I want you to continue this big deep breath in and your breath out. And with every cycle of breath, your body is going to become more and more relaxed. As you listen to my voice, allowing yourself to drop out of the mind, letting go of any to-do lists. All of these things will be waiting for you after this short exercise. But this is bringing yourself back to the body, back to the present, and supporting you with connected in with your own Akashic records to activate healing, gain insight and wisdom, and perhaps unlock a gift. So bring your awareness now to the soles of the feet, and I want you to imagine you've got thick, strong roots coming from the soles of your feet, and they're starting to make their way into the earth. And they're traveling quite quickly, heading down to the heart of Mother Earth, going deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. And these roots eventually, once they've gone through the different levels and layers of the earth, come across the heart of Mother Earth, which is represented by a large glowing crystal. Just sense, feel, know, or imagine what kind of crystal or colour that crystal is today. And I want you to wrap your roots around that crystal. As you wrap your roots around the crystal, just notice a shift at your own heart as your heart connects with hers. Feeling that direct connection, that link of crystalline energy that comes through the roots, back up through the earth, taking on that sparkly colour as your roots draw up that energy back towards the soles of the feet, going higher and higher. And as we take the crystalline energy through your body, through your chakras, each chakra point, each energy, meridian and nadi, we'll be able to rebalance. We'll be able to spin or open to the perfect space or place for you. So let's take this energy through the Earth Star chakra, and we want to just make sure we're connected in with there, because this is going to really keep you earthed and grounded as you go into the 5th dimension and above, into your cosmic library. So ensuring that you are earthed and grounded connected. Your Earth Star chakra is open. And opening up the ancestral records here, just in case we need to clear anything from the lineage of our family lines. So just ensuring that that point is open. Now notice the energy going into the soles of your feet. And as your body draws this colour up into the legs, up to the thighs, up to the root chakra at the base of the spine, this energy is moving quite quickly today as it goes through your sacral chakra, through the sex organs, up through the navel chakra below your belly button, up into the solar plexus above the belly button, going into the heart chakra, allowing the heart to open. Just taking a deep breath in here for me. And on the out breath, allowing the heart to be opened further to allow you to receive even more healing, even more guidance, even more magic from the Akashic Records today. Bringing the energy up to the shoulders and allowing it to work its way into the arms and then into the palm chakras. Activating action, physical action in your life. Bring your awareness now up to the throat, taking the energy through the throat chakra, up to the top of the neck, at the base of the skull, through the Alta Major chakra. Then taking the energy up to the third eye, the point between your eyebrows. Just cleansing and clearing those points there. Allow the energy to now go round into the sides of the head, into the ear chakras, through those points and into the middle of the head. Into the pineal and pituitary glands, and then up to the crown, up to the top of the head. Allowing the crown chakra to open. And that beautiful energy from the heart of Mother Earth now shines out of the top of the head, lighting up the room all around you in that beautiful glow of colour. Perhaps noticing the crystalline codes, sparkles, beautiful energy from the heart of Mother Earth is now surrounding your body, feeling like a beautiful warm hug as that energy works its way through your auric field, into your skin, and back into the physical body, the limbs, the organs, connecting in with the etheric chakras above your head, your soul star chakra, your universal chakra, and your stellar gateway, all placed on top of each other, up to 1.5 to 2 meters above your head. Your causal chakra at the back of the head is being activated with this beautiful heart energy from Mother Earth. So you're now feeling very present, relaxed, connected to the body, connected to the heart, earthed and grounded. So we're now going to bring in your spiritual support team, those that now wish to hold the space with you, and they will be beings of 100% pure love and light only. Now stepping into each individual person's space here today. We invite you in, we welcome you in to hold the space as we connect in with our records. These guides can be all types of energies of beings of light. Archangels, angels, ascended masters, goddesses and gods. Elemental energies, fae, dragons, mer people. Galactic beings, star races, councils of light. Family guides, ancestors. We welcome you all to step into the space. And at this point, I want you to invite your ego. In fact, request your ego to now step out of your body And your ego is quite happy to do this with a smile upon their face because they know that they'll be back soon enough. Your ego steps towards the door of the room that you're in, opens the door and shuts it gently behind them. Now you know that any guidance that comes through will be from your guides and not your subconscious mind. We're now going to hold you in a space of angelic light as Archangel Michael steps in behind you. Archangel Gabriel to your left, Archangel Raphael to your right. We invite Archangel Uriel to stand in front of you. Archangel Sandalphon, please ensure we are connected in with the crystalline grid of the earth, perhaps imagining that you are standing on this grid of fiery white energy. And Archangel Metatron, please bring down a golden thread of energy from divine source. This golden thread of energy comes through the heliest sun, our spiritual sun, and our connection to divine source, through our solar junction chakra, which is our own personal sun, down into the room that you're in. Archangel Metatron gently takes this through your etheric chakras and places this cord of energy on top of your crown chakra. As that cord connects with the top of your head, golden light now shines down through your body, down through your head, through the neck, through the chest, the torso, the arms, down through the stomach, the sex organs, your legs, and out of the bottom of your feet. This golden energy expands through the body. Just feel the connection with divine source, universal energy, whatever your terminology is. We are now connected above and we are now connected below. Archangel Metatron, please take a space above our heads, completing this angelic sphere of light with all 6 archangels now connected. You are held safely with your spiritual support team beside you. Now bring your awareness to your third eye, the point between your eyebrows. Start to notice a purple portal of light getting bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger. It gets so big that you can step through that purple portal of light and you find yourself in a corridor. For some of you, this is so familiar. This is your walk down to your Akashic Records. But in this corridor, we're going to amplify your senses so that when you get to your Akashic Records, you are fully able to receive the messages in a way that's appropriate for you. So start to walk down the corridor, noticing your footsteps, the type of floor that you walk upon. Do you feel the floor beneath your feet? Are your feet barefooted? Or do you have shoes on? What kind of texture can you feel beneath your feet? As you walk down the corridor, can you visualize what it looks like? Maybe noticing what's on the walls, whether there's windows, curtains, candles, pictures. As you walk down the corridor, use your fingers to touch the walls, feeling the texture beneath your fingertips, waking up the senses as you get closer to your Akashic Record door. As you get closer, perhaps you can sense an aroma of some kind, scented candles perhaps, or flowers. even the smell of dusty old books. Once you get to your Akashic Record door, I want you to sense, feel, know, or imagine the following details upon the door: your full name, your date of birth, your place of birth. Once you know that you have these details there, I want you to place your hand upon the door handle and open up the door to your Akashic Records. Take a few steps into your cosmic library and allow the door to shut gently behind you. Just notice what your library looks like today. Perhaps it's changed from your last visit. Maybe it feels more expansive, more books available. Maybe it feels a little bit smaller. There's no judgment, there's no meaning here. Just know that your library can change every time that you come in, and that is perfect. I want you to start to head towards the long, large table in the middle of your library. Again, just noticing as you walk towards the table, any bits of furniture, any particular standout pieces in your library, maybe books or ornaments. As you get to your table, you'll notice that there's a large book upon the table. Pull this book towards you. This is your present lifetime book, and you'll notice that some of the pages are filled with imagery and words, colours, photographs perhaps, recording all of the choices, the thoughts, the feelings that you've already experienced in this lifetime. Everything is recorded in this book. And there's still plenty of blank pages to fill. As you connect with your present lifetime book and the wisdom that lays beneath those pages, whether you're conscious or not, just know that some of that insight, mastery, is being reconnected as you hold the book. As you connect with your book, we're going to ask for your Akashic Record keepers, your guides, to now step into the library with you. I want you to turn left when you're ready and notice how many guides have stepped forward for you today. These guides may be slightly different, they may be the same. Again, just know that your guides can change depending on what we've coming in for, what chamber we're perhaps visiting, what the intention is. Your guides are smiling and are delighted that you have connected today and are keen to support you with dissolving these outdated soul contracts. So your guides let you know that they're going to present to you a number of contracts that are ready to be released, where the lessons, the growth has been completed, but the thread of the contract in the manner that it was created, which could have been perhaps with a family member or a partner or a friend or even a foe, the essence, the thread, is still very much alive. and in some ways holding you back. So your guides are now asking for you to hold out your hands. And we're asking for your record keepers and your guides now to place in your hands all of the past life, outdated contracts that are negatively impacting you today, to now be placed upon your hands, on your palms, in your fingers. Just notice how many sheets of paper or scrolls are being given to you from your past life contracts. And you may feel these in your hands. You may be given a number that just comes into your head or your mind. Your guides are asking you to now place them on the table beside your present lifetime book. And now we are asking for your Akashic Record guides and keepers to give to you, again, scrolls or sheets of paper that are from your present lifetime, that represent the outdated soul contracts that are no longer required or needed. Allow these sheets of paper or scrolls to be placed into your hands. Again, just recognize or sense a number that you are being given. And once you have that, again, place them with the other contracts on the table. Now your guide is asking and requesting that you choose one of these contracts from the number that you have in total, whether that be a past or a present life soul contract. Pick up one of these contracts and hold it to your heart. And as you hold it to your heart, you will get a sense of whether this contract is linked to a partner, a romantic partner, maybe a family member, maybe a friend or an ex-friend, colleague, business partner, even a stranger that somehow impacted your life. Hold this contract to your heart and start to gain the information through your hands, in your mind. What has been given to you into your heart? Is it male or female? What is the relationship with you? The connection. And what has that contract, what has that connection taught you? Can you gain any information? Such as being able to stand up for yourself more appropriately, to be able to forgive, to have more compassion or empathy. What has the soul contract taught you? Once you have an idea, I want you to place that contract back down. And if there are any other contracts that have not been brought forward by your Akashic Record keepers and guides, whether they be ancestral contracts connected through your lineage, parallel contracts on different timelines, different lifetimes, future soul contracts that are not going to be serving you or no longer serve you. I want your guides, your keepers, to now place these into your hands. And if there's any particular person that you want to bring into your Akashic records, if it's appropriate to dissolve a soul contract, then bring that person, think of that person now, and invite them into your space with your imagination. Bring them into your mind's eye. And if it's for the highest good of all, notice if a contract is also being given to you that connects you with that person. If you have more contracts given to you, place them on the table with the others. If no contract was given in relation to the person that you brought into the Akashic Records, just know that that soul contract is still being played out, and there is still alignment. There is still gold within that connection to be learnt, to be had, to be understood. We now ask for any souls that have been brought into the Akashic Records to now step back out. So allow that person, if you've brought a person in, to just start to dissolve in front of you. So now we're going to ask for you to gather up those scrolls, those pieces of paper. And in front of you, you'll notice a large violet disc on the floor of your Akashic Records. Your guides are inviting you to now stand on that violet disc. And we now invoke the violet flame of Saint Germain to now rise up in our Akashic Records around our physical body, around our multidimensional being, through our auric field. Notice those violet flames, those purple flames now growing and expanding all around you as they bring their healing light. As you hold those outdated soul contracts, allow the violet flame to now disintegrate those back to divine source. The violet flame of Saint Germain is alchemizing those choices, those decisions, those connections, so that the energetic impact no longer has that hold, that influence in this present time. Notice those pieces of paper or scrolls now dissolving and being released back into the flames, allowing yourself to be cleansed, cleared, healed and held And as the violet flame does its work through your auric field, your whole body system, your conscious levels, your multidimensional being, we request that all knowledge, wisdom is kept intact in the Akashic Records. We're just releasing the energetic hold that these contracts had. All aligned contracts or present contracts that are still being upheld will continue to support you on some level. So even if you have continuing contracts with people, those people that you brought into the Akashic Records, those contracts will remain until completed, or until you come back into the records to dissolve more. Just feel yourself relax as you stand in the violet flame. Just noticing if there's any particular thoughts, feelings, words that are being given to you, perhaps memories. These are all bits of information that will relate back to that contract. And the flames now start to die down, and eventually they disappear. Your guides invite you to stand off that purple violet disc. And just notice if there's any change, any shift in your energy. Even with the person perhaps that you brought into the Akashic Records. Is there any shift or neutralize energies around how you feel or think about that person? Your guides are inviting you to now stand back over with your present lifetime book. And beside the book is a pen. And we're going to install a success anchor into your present lifetime book using the pen and using words. So picking up the pen, I want you to write down, I honor the soul contracts that I have created in my life and continue to dissolve those that are outdated. So just sense, feel, know that those words are now being imprinted into your present lifetime book, into this timeline, into this lifetime. So this is an activation that we are asking to be continued, that you honor your soul contracts. You can see the connections, the growth, the lessons with those souls that you have chosen to incarnate with. But also we continue the dissolving of the contracts that no longer support you, that are outdated. So placing that pen down, it's time to say goodbye to your Akashic Record guides and keepers. Do this in a way that feels aligned and appropriate for you. And before you go, your guides have a message for you. Stepping forward, one of your guides whispers in your ear something perhaps around your next steps, maybe a message of encouragement, or perhaps wisdom. Lean closer to your guide to hear that message now. And when you have that message, in whatever way that was given to you, say goodbye again to your guides and start to head towards the door of your cosmic library. Taking one more look around, open the door of your Akashic Records and step into the corridor. Out loud or in your mind, I want you to now say, I close my Akashic Records. Start to head towards the purple portal of light at the end of your corridor. Once you get to that purple portal of light, I want you to step through it and start to bring yourself back into the room that you're in. Start to rub your thighs with your hands, rub your feet against the floor, just waking up the body, bringing yourself back into the body. And drink lots of water over the next 24 hours because you're going to continue to flush the energies that were released from those contracts that you've let go of. And water will just help facilitate that process. So let me know how many contracts you got, if you brought a person into the space, if that contract was still there, or if you were able to dissolve anything between you, and just kind of what you sensed, and how you are feeling and what you see shift over the next few weeks. So just know that those contracts that we have dissolved are ones that were completed, they're outdated. We don't need to hold on to them. And the ones that do still tie you in to a relationship, a connection, they're still there because they are still required. There is still growth and understanding that you have taken on board and agreed to as part of your process of being here. So those contracts do remain. But you have released, however many you released, I don't know what your number was, then you have released those. And they are going to help you feel lighter, they're going to help you to feel more expansive. Where perhaps there was a trigger before, you're going to feel more neutral. This is the purpose of doing this work. It's to support us with our movement, our evolution, our growth as a soul in a physical body. So, as I say, drink lots of water over the next 24 hours. And if you want any further wisdom or advice or guidance or support, then please do reach out to me. There's a number of ways that I can help and support you. I would love to be part of your journey too. So love and blessings, and I'll speak to you really soon. Bye.